there, my name is Ivane. I am an online fitness coach and yoga teacher based in the UK. And this is a quick back bend flow. This is great to release your upper back, lower back, and open the front of the chest. Stretch the abdominal muscles and open the hips a little bit. We're going to start in the cross-legged position. You might want to sit onto a pillow, a blanket, or a block. Find something comfortable, put some relaxing music on, and let's get started. Bring our fingertips either side of the hips, roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. On the inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, bend the right elbow and come into a side stretch here. Try and keep the right shoulder under the left, so as if you're trying to bring the chest to face the sky. Pressing the left sit bones onto the mat. On the exhale, we release the fingertips, reset, and let's go to the right side. Inhale, the right arm lifts. Lengthen. On the exhale, bend the left elbow, come into a side stretch. Lengthening from the right sit bones to the right fingertips. Exhale, release the fingers onto the mat. Let's do that a few times. On the inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale into a side stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale here. Inhale, right arm lift. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, reset the shoulders. And again. Last one on each side. Very nice. When you're ready, make your way into a tabletop. I'm here, knees hip width apart. Make sure that you're keeping the hips over the knees. Start walking your hands forward, bringing the forehead onto the mat for Anahatasana pose or puppy pose. You can keep your forehead onto the mat. If you want to go a bit deeper into that pose, into that back bend, bring the chin to the mat. Wrapping the triceps inwards by pushing the armpits onto the mat. One more breath here. On the exhale, you bend the elbows, place the chest onto the mat. Coming into Sphinx pose here, we're going to push the top of the feet onto the mat, squeeze the glute, slide the elbows underneath the shoulders, hands in line with the elbows, grip the mat with your hands, roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. And with this one, imagine that you're dragging the hips forward and the shoulders back to intensify this back bend. And when you're back bending, you want to squeeze the glutes to protect your lower back. Now you can stay here if that feels enough for you. If you want to go a little bit deeper into a seal pose, you separate your hands slightly wider than the mat here, or in the corners of the mat anyway, and then you lift the elbows off the mat. Just make sure that the shoulders are still away from the ears. If you feel like the shoulders are rising up here, you might want to bend the elbows a little bit and slide the shoulder blades towards your back pocket. Pushing the pubic bone onto the mat for 5 more breaths. Can you lengthen the breath even more? The breath is key to relax into a stretch here. One more breath here. On the exhale, lower the chest down, bring your hands underneath the shoulders, and then push yourself back into a child's pose, sitting onto your heels. Nice, release the lower back here, maybe moving your hips from side to side. Coming into tabletop, right foot in between your hands, And pushing the hips forward into your low lunge here. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting the gaze up. If you want to go a little bit deeper onto the back bend here and onto the hip opener, you're going to bring your hands onto the right thigh and press the chest away from you. Now again, we're going to squeeze the glute to protect your lower back and intensify the left hip flexor and quad stretch. One more breath here. I'm going to bring the arms overhead on the exhale. And then cactus the arms, bring the elbows in line with the shoulders. Tilt your hands back to intensify the back bend for 5 breaths. You can do it, hold it there. Nice, release, frame the front foot with your hands, and then bring the knee back. Maybe taking a child's pose. Before taking it to the other side. From tabletop, left foot in between your hands, pressing the hips forward for your low lunge. Lengthen the spine, and then bring your hands onto the left thigh, pressing the thigh away from you, squeeze the glutes. 5 breaths here. Nice, keep pushing the chest and the belly away from the left thigh. Exhale the arms up. And then cactus the arms. Really squeezing the glutes here, pressing through the left heel. Tilt your hands back. 3 more breaths. And 1, well done. Frame the front foot. This time, tuck the right toes under, lift the knee, and step back into your plank. On the exhale, drop the knees, push the hips back into a child's pose. Nice, look forward on the inhale, rolling into a prone position, so onto your belly. Top of the feet flat onto the mat, squeeze the glute. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, hands underneath the shoulders. And on the inhale, we lift the chest into a cobra. Nice, exhale, push the hips back, dog. This is on the downward facing dog. First one here, but because we're working on the back today, what we want to do is bend the knees as much as you can, and then focus on pushing the chest towards the thighs here and the sit bones towards the sky. So you should feel a little bit more of an opening onto the thoracic cage. Inhale, keep the left knee bent, but lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Inhale into your crescent lunge. Keep the left leg extended and press your left heel away from you for a strong Anjaneyasana here. Make sure you can see the right big toe on the inside of the right knee. And then we interlace our finger at the base of the spine. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together and press your hands away from you. Maybe you bring the gaze up towards the sky. Again, squeezing the glute as we into a back bend. And 5, release your hands and opening into your warrior 2, rolling onto the left heel, left arm back, right arm forward. Tucking your tailbone under, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's take it into our Trikonasana. Extend the front leg. Start leaning forward with the chest. Tuck the tailbone under first and diving forward with the right hand. Bring the gaze up towards your left hand. And then lean back with the left shoulder, almost as if you're trying to open the chest towards the sky. Nice. Engage your pelvic floor muscles. One more breath here. Bring the gaze down. Bend the front knee, windmill the arms down, roll over the left toes. And we step back into plank. Drop the knees. Press the bum to the heels, release the toes. And on the inhale, rolling forward into a prone position, releasing the toes. Inhale into your cobra, shoulders away from the ears. 3 breaths here. And 1, exhale, push the hips back, tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Taking the other side, micro bend the knees. Bend the knees as much as you need to push the chest towards the thighs. Really feel the opening into the upper back, but also the front of the chest. Inhale, the left leg lift, keeping the right knee bent. Exhale, left knee to the chest, step in between your hands. Inhale, crash and lunge, arms up. Keeping the right knee extended, press the right heel away from you. Make sure you can see your left big toe on the inside of the left knee. And then take your bind behind your back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. 5 breaths here. Shoulders away from the ears. Nice. Exhale, release the bind, opening warrior 2, dropping the right heel down and opening the arms. Left arm forward, right arm back. Very nice. Relax the shoulders, extend the front leg. Inhale, diving forward for your Trikonasana. Squeeze the glute. So I would rather you to lengthen the right side of the body up than trying to reach the foot and losing that side stretch on the right side of the body. Nice, keeping the energy in the spine by breathing through the nose. 1 more breath. Look towards your left big toe, micro bend the knee. And take the left foot back into plank. On the exhale, drop the knees, release the toes. Sit into your child's pose. Very nice. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. We're almost there. Inhale, the right leg lifts. This time we bend the knees, split the hips towards the sky. Try and keep the right heel to the bum. Imagine you're trying to kick your own butt. You want to really engage the hamstrings, so the back of the thigh, to open the right hip here. On the exhale, right foot drops behind you, extend the left leg, and hover the hips. We're coming into a wild thing here. On the inhale, right arm comes overhead, lift the hips as high as you can for a back bend. Really squeeze the glute here. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can bend the left knee. If you can come into the full wheel, you can also drop the right hand onto the mat. Nice, take it back into your 3-legged dog. And step on the outside of the right hand for a lizard. Let's drop the back knee down here and release the toes. It's really important to open the hips a little when you're doing back bend, because when you're back bending, you also need a little bit of hip mobility. So it's hard to have one without the other. Got the option to drop onto the elbows here in a lizard. And if you want to go deeper in the stretch, the right arm lift for a twist. Maybe your right hand goes onto the left hip crease, Or you can grab the back foot and kick the leg back. Nice, release the foot, windmill the arms down, and step back into your plank. Drop the knees, sit onto your heels, child's pose. Inhale, rolling forward into your cobra. We're going straight into it this time. Exhale, push the hips back, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Very nice. Bend the knees, push the chest towards the thighs. Inhale, the left leg lifts. This time, bend the knees, split the hips, and extend the right legs for a split dog. Again, can we squeeze the hamstrings, the back of the left thigh a little bit more? Nice, drop the left foot behind you, extend the right leg, and on the inhale, wild thing, pushing the hips as high as you can, left arm overhead. Option to stay here, you can bend the right knee and also come into your full wheel. If you're coming into full wheel, make sure you're twisting the right hand towards the feet as well. Nice, you've got 3 more breaths here. And take it back into a 3-legged dog. And the left foot comes on the outside of the left hand for a lizard. Reconnecting with your breath. Maybe you drop on your elbows. Maybe the left arm lift. Maybe you grab the back foot. You've got 3 breaths here. Nice, release. Take yourself back into a plank. Or drop the knees and sit into your child's pose. And when you're ready, coming into a kneeling position, we'll take 1 more back bend, Ustrasana, camel pose. Bring your ankles in line with the knees, in line with the hips, tuck the toes under. Tuck the tailbone under, start squeezing the glutes, and we lift the hips over the knees. Bring your hands onto the lower back and squeeze the shoulder blades together as much as you can. And we're pushing the bottom of the hips forward. So imagine you bring the hip bones back and the bottom of the glutes forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Imagine you've got a thread on top of your chest. Maybe you drop the head back. If that feels comfortable, grab the heels with your hands and push the hips forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Ustrasana. One more breath here. Exhale, chin to the chest. Come up with a straight spine. Release the toes. And sit onto your heels. Take a moment here to neutralize your spine. So you don't want to fold forward straight away. And when you're ready, bring your bum to the side. Extend the legs forward. Coming into a final twist. And we're going to bend the right knee, bring the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. And then you can keep the leg straight, or if you want, bend the knee to bring the left foot on the outside of the right glutes. Make sure both your sit bones are planted. Hands either side of the hips, lengthen the spine. Inhale, the left arm lifts. And on the exhale, hook the elbow to the knee and twist to the right. Keep the shoulders into one line here. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. Nice, exhale, come back to center. Unravel the legs, shake it off, and we're going to the other side. Left knee bend, left foot on the outside of the right thigh. Bend the right knee. Sit nice and tall. Right hand lifts. Exhale, hook the knee and twist to the left. Nice, inhale, come back to center. Unravel the legs. Bend the knees, extending the arms forward and rolling the spine vertebra by vertebra onto the mat. Bringing both knees to the chest. Wrap your arms around the knees. Releasing the lower back by swaying from side to side. And that's it for today. That's it, well done. I hope you enjoyed the flow. Like and subscribe if you aren't already, and check out my other videos if you like more stretches or more yoga, or maybe some meditation and sound healing. See you soon.